Morning, chat.
He just like, I love masturbating with toothpaste and fucking drinking vinegar. My name is Shaw. I shit you not, that's what he called and said to me.
Thank you so much for the. Sorry, jeez, I can't even talk. Thank you so much for the God tier sub. 54 months. I appreciate it. I disabled mouse acceleration, and I don't know how to feel about it. Hmm. I don't know how to feel about it. But I'm doing good. Asterisk. Car still at the dealership. They said they were short-staffed yesterday. And only got to my car at the end of the day and weren't able to finish. So I still have a loaner car, which leads me to my Dunkin' trip this morning, where I got my hot coffee. They use paper cups now. And like 2 minutes into my drive, I realized that the coffee is seeping through the seam on the side of the cup. Now, I'm also in a loaner car, okay? So I dumped the coffee on the side of the road. Because the last thing I want is for this thing to like unravel in a loaner car and then end up having to deal with that issue. So I bring them back the cup and got the coffee remade. I'm glad it's not an issue of like a whole batch of them having a problem because this one's perfectly fine. No, I have a coffee. They made the coffee again. But I was not running the risk of the damn cup coming apart, especially in a loaner car of all things. You know, if it was my car, I may have run the risk, but I just don't like the idea of, you know, shit going wrong. I don't know how I feel about this. $290, $1041, any actives?
Negative.
Keep firm.
So it's someone taunting me at the Palomino gas station 24/7.
Oh, who doing that?
I don't know, they keep hitting the safe and then I go there and there's no one there. The safe doesn't open and then I leave and when I get back to the city they hit it again.
Why don't we hit them?
I'm trying to find who it is. I even hid there for a couple of minutes in the back room waiting for him to come in, but it's a no-show.
Davenport, I have that Alexander Davidson going south on Sonora Freeway in a different car. I don't know if you want to try to talk to him or anything about it.
Well, we just had the registers hit on LS Freeway at the Util 24/7. I'm feeling that might be the guy behind it all.
Do we send someone pretending to just be a local up by the like refrigerators to the back right? They'll never suspect a thing.
Is that Rhodes' voice?
Hey, firm.
Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Actually, there's no way they don't watch. Just be careful with the U-tool because there is the train tracks, I think, right across where someone would be able to hide. Because I think that's the point where it goes low. I could be wrong. No, it is
Yeah, the
because
back
there's
room
the
was locked
track.
there.
Hi, Betty!
The back room was locked there, and it was only registers that were hit.
So if they can't do that and she's a fast track, then she knows the wrong girl.
Process lasso, holy fuck.
Say about that.
Actually, Rhodes or Daisy, do you guys remember Layla Lockhart?
Sounds familiar.
Vaguely, but I don't think I've met her in person. I've only seen her name on Twitter.
Okay.
Come show them at MRPD. Come show them the love letter.
Huh?
Yeah.
I found a thing from what I believe to be her.
Familiar with
If you guys are
Layla?
at Mission, I'll show you. Do you remember what her boyfriend's name was a long time ago? I'm pretty sure it started with Billy. He may have passed away.
Billy?
Yeah.
That's not ringing a bell.
He used to drive a C7, black C7.
Was it Mang?
That's it.
Yeah, Billy Mang.
I think this is in reference to that, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I'll show you guys.
Need to change the livery.
Yeah, can I just buy them at the... From Mosley?
Don't mind me.
Hello. Oh, good.
Hi.
Uh,
There we are.
You coming to receive the love letter?
turbo. Repair parts. You know,
What you looking for, bud?
I'm trying to figure out how to fix my own car.
Okay. So you're talking about like long-term wear, right? Not just like normal repair kits?
Yeah. Like, Callie, I'll call you back. I'm being a phone guy right now.
So you're gonna want to buy one of each of the things under repair parts, except the engine parts. Like the expensive ones. The expensive ones are for engine replacements.
Oh, okay.
Because the long-term wear will eventually make it so that the engine itself isn't like you can only repair it so much. And as you continue to refurbish, you know, it wears down, and there's only so much you can do.
Like the ship of Theseus.
Actually, hold on. Let me. Are you signed in?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
All right. Here, take a look at the good old diagnostic tool here. You take a look at the engine. You'll see it's 91 out of 97. The 97 being, you know, the sort of top end. That will continue to wear to where you can only repair it to that. And that expensive engine part is what you would do to replace that back up to 100.
Oh, so eventually, like, the most you can repair it to will be like.
It could get down real bad to where it's never in good condition. Yeah,
But it's just always gonna be stalling out on you.
pretty much. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I decided I need to learn how to do car things because it pays good, and also
It does.
I like being self-reliant.
Fair enough. I will say, if you are interested in vehicle repairs, there are some companies that are typically around during this time. That being primarily Extra Mile Auto, which is you can typically find Rainer, Junior, and a few others that are typically around. I'm not sure if they're around right now, but
Junior, senior, right?
yes. They are typically around at this time. They're kind of the people as the PD we rely on for mechanics. So if you are interested in a job, I mean, I don't know who you affiliate with, or like I don't know if there's any issues, but
for the Ravens.
Sort of long story short, you should definitely try to get a hold of Rainer if that's something you intend on pursuing.
Yeah, I think it'll be a good little little side thing to do. You know.
Yep.
I appreciate the
Not a problem.
It's Rhodes, right?
That's me.
Yeah, you arrested me a few times.
Did you deserve it?
Oh, almost definitely.
All right, I have to get
Almost
going,
definitely.
but you have a wonderful day. Sorry, my radio's off. 290.76, Mr. Rowe. I heard a car crash, but my mouse speed is almost like it's slightly faster. What did you just do? I don't know how to feel about that.
Congratulations on coming back to the BCSO roads. I'm happy for you.
No, Alice was using my core. And now the livery wants to be all fucky.
Yeah, what they get these days.
Told me for like a week.
I know exactly what happened too. It's because I did this instead of this. But it looks like this one is just sticking. Whereas this removes that. That adds it back on. But maybe if I do like this and then this? No. I don't think we can get delivery without. Oh? No. It's not going to stick unless I do this. It is the fuck ass core. And I bet Alice was like, Rhodes ain't around during these times. He ain't gonna give a fuck
Here, let me. Here's
if I use his core. Mish, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. Nice traffic. Whoever's V-Star, can you do me a favor and cut the lights?
Okay, I see how it is. I'm the problem. I'm the problem.
Yep, you are, Betty.
Well, I didn't say, Betty, you're the problem. I said, whoever's V-Star, can you cut the lights? There's a difference.
Is that better?
Oh.
Or do you want me to park it?
No. It should be fine. It's
Go park it.
No. It's because of the locals. They're all swerving out of this lane here to get into one, and it's causing this backup of traffic.
Good, I hope they crash into each other. They've been causing me enough problems the past 2 days.
Oh, you know what? You're right for that.
Hey, Rhodes.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Meet our newest PD too.
Oh, hello.
Hello, sir. I'm Linda Stewart.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Miss Stewart. How you doing?
Nice to meet you too. I'm doing good, thank you.
That's good to hear.
Well, I hope you're gonna catch a lot of criminals today, and you're gonna call me.
That is trust me, when things are popping off, there's no shortage. Well, there's no shortage of PD tow. There's no shortage of calls for PD tow. Those are two very different things. Because we get interference after interference after interference, and we're gonna need you for all of them.
Well, I will work hard to, try to supply you as much as I can.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
She was asking about. I know we were doing that for dispatch.
What did you just do?
Being a ride along while being on duty as PD2? Is that a thing?
That is not going to be likely, considering. So with dispatch, I would even argue dispatch shouldn't, because dispatch communicating on other frequencies while like in a car with someone potentially communicating sounds problematic. But for PD tow, we need PD tow availability pretty much around the clock, and we sort of need like a fairly quick response time to where PD tow kind of needs to be ready in that moment. Because otherwise we might potentially be calling a unit off who might be the primary unit to return PD tow to their tow truck.
That makes sense.
And that would be a problem.
But if it clocked off and if I'm not on duty, am I allowed to ask for a ride along?
You can, though. I mean that. I would argue that the time would be more valuable signed in as PD tow. That's not to say it's like a flat out no. It's just. I guess sparingly, it's not too problematic. But I will also say we recently had an academy in Shift 3. And ride-alongs are not allowed if we have pending cadets waiting for FTO time.
Oh, you had an academy for Shift 3?
Yes, a few weeks ago. A couple weeks ago?
Ah, okay. Oh no, I think this is the job that I have done actually. I think I applied for Shift 3, if I'm not wrong. But I never get a shit back after.
Well, so when did you apply?
I think it was like a month ago.
Yeah, so the sort of not issue, because it's not necessarily an issue, we ended up sort of capping out on individuals for academy. So it wasn't a matter of like people weren't necessarily eligible as much as it was like we don't have the space to accommodate more people for this academy. So it's probably I imagine recruitment, once we clear out this round of cadets, and a lot of them are pretty well-rounded and well-versed, so don't anticipate it taking too long. But another academy would end up happening as a result once we get that round of cadets through.
Oh, okay. Well.
You said you applied for Shift 3?
Yeah, I don't remember if it was Shift 3 or Shift 1 actually.
So
was Miss
Shift 3,
Peach-
for context, is from like 7-ish hours ago until roughly about an hour from now, give or take an hour in each direction.
Well, I remember the interview was
What's her last
was with Miss Peach Stewart, Linda Stewart.
If you saw Peach, that was likely more in line with Shift 1. Oh, howdy!
Howdy, darling.
Oh,
Oh, did you cut your hair?
No, I'm Alice.
now why the fuck is you Alice? I was about to yell at you for not putting the livery back in my core.
Because on Thursday we're gonna dress up as other people from the PD at the median.
That's cute.
But let me tell you, nailed Alice.
I did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could barely see the beard.
You could barely see. Yeah. Have you even got my gut hanging out and everything.
Now say core.
You look great.
Core.
You're
Hold on,
doing
let me
it
get out
right.
core.
You're doing it right. What else she say? Say darling how Alice would.
Darling.
Is that how Alice would say it?
Oh, I know she does this. She goes, something, her call. So let's say it's 323. 323, 23, store robber Ray.
I'm going out there. I'm pulling people over.
We're gonna be an active 80. We're going westbound, Vespucci, southbound.
Oh, I cannot find her name on any list.
Oh, do you like the new PD Tohar?
What? Yes. You said you spoke with Peach?
Yes, sir.
Did you get the application form?
I have sent my application form a while ago too. Yes.
Okay, so if the application form was filled in, it might be in a separate area, which is primarily where we look for applicants. But again, I will say shift 3 is about 7 hours before now, up until about an hour from now. That would be shift 3. If that's not your intended shift, or if it would be from like this time moving forward, that would be more in line with shift 1.
Shift 1.
And you definitely want to make your shift clear, because we are being fairly strict on people claiming that they want to be one shift, as considering the barrier to entry is a bit lower, that being shift 3, and then pretty much transitioning entirely into shift 1 once they're a full officer, and that's not going to be entertained.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I feel like shift 3 fits better for me on those days, to be honest.
Okay, that definitely sounds, if that is the case, then I mean, I don't have access to the form. I'd have to speak to Maple. Last name's Stewart, right?
Form, but no, I don't know actually. Yes, Linda Stewart.
Linda Stewart. Okay. I will reach out to Maple, just so that he can double check and make sure that your application is there, because I wouldn't want you to get overlooked. So there's sort of a two-part thing. There's the application you submit, and then there's a documentation that the application fee was paid.
I did a job interview the same day at Mr. Ablu.
Huh. And it was with Peach? Because Peach typically doesn't do our job interviews in shift 3. We do them separately.
I think it was 3 levels, and she was on the 3rd level, yes.
Interesting. Okay, I will, I'll reach out to Maple and try to ensure that your application is there so that, it doesn't get overlooked.
Didn't Maple hand over P&T lead to...
Yes, but if it was during his time, I'd want to make sure that he, I don't know if everything has been transitioned over, and I know that he would still have access.
Well, please, I really wish you let me know, so if I have to do it
absolutely.
again, I will.
Yep. Again, if you're going to be around during this time, I don't anticipate there being an issue with me being able to, find you and just let you know. But yeah, I'll make sure that is done. In fact, I will do it right now, so that I
really
don't forget.
My
Linda Stewart, common spelling. Actually, you're on
yes,
dispatch.
If you want also my numbers on Lemon List.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, I remember now, Victor. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be on the book, but I have to know, why do I have to use the watch and the camera?
Okay, well, the watch is more like an... have
Okay,
you
perfect.
just used the watch once?
I have sent that email, so I am going to get out on the street, but I have sent that email, and as soon as I get a response, I'll let you know.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. I really
No
appreciate
problem.
you.
Have a good one.
Have a good day.
You know what's interesting? The nosedive on braking seems more severe than usual. Oh. Okay. Okay, you know, parts may be going bad. Holy fuck. Is it that noticeable? Wait, hold on. Wait. Do we only have 6 gears? Also, turning is way better right now. Okay. Gear check. Only 6. This is where it lacks heavily. Because it won't even, like, attempt to stay at 189. You dumb bitch. I clicked the wrong thing because my mouse speed, mouse acceleration.
Jesus! Traffic cops don't see this shit.
Listen. Why does that look like it's written in fucking blood? Chat, the loaner car that I got, I think it's a 2026 XC60. Not a fan of not having certain features. It has adaptive cruise control, but I'm assuming it's part of a package that like this loaner car doesn't have, but it doesn't have like the lane keep assist to where the car pretty much drives itself on the freeway. That was surprising because every other loaner car I've had from them has had that. And then Volvo transitioned to having like the previous screen like that I have in my car, which is how all of their cars were set up. All were like integrated into like the center thing. Now it kind of just looks like a mounted tablet. We have that in our 25 RAV4, but it yells at us if you have to bounce.
We had a new PD total today. She's called Nicholas Stewart. Make sure you come down and wish her a good, warm welcome.
Hello, Linda, warm welcome. Warm welcome.
She's on channel 7, darling. She's PD total.
Ah, I've got it. Dispatch, 640, 38, eastbound, San Andreas, black and colored Dominator, white stripes, occupant, times 1.
You know, suspension-wise, I think I actually prefer
RO, Kian Mercer.
how this is. So we're testing. And listen, I started the shift buying an Impact, so if it hits the line 4 times or more, you get a notification on the screen. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Oh, well, the put your hands on the steering wheel typically happens with all manufacturers after a certain amount of time, and not necessarily like hitting lines. Like my car stays perfectly centered, but if it doesn't feel any kind of resistance in the wheel while it's steering, it assumes your hands aren't on the wheel.
I got a chop job.
Wait, I didn't do process lasso. That's why. Cache. Click. Wait. Brain fart. Why am I here? Car parts. Repair parts. Loves to not have his hands on the wheel to get your heart rate going. Definitely not recommended. However, I can almost guarantee it's time-based and not... Okay, so there's actually... It's a two-part thing. A lot of people don't realize there's two separate systems in cars that have this. Lane keep assist, and it's worded differently amongst all manufacturers. There's one that like prevents you from like an inadvertent like going over the line, and then there's one that like centers you. So like realistically, there shouldn't be instances where you're bouncing from side to side, if that makes sense. Because the system is intended to keep you centered in the lane. The other one is a like a safety, like you're not signaling and you're about to go over the line, and then it, you know, will sort of steer you back in. But that's not, those are two very different things. Like very different things. Oh gosh. It's funny that you mentioned F1 because we need to, there's P1. I'm not a big F1 fan. Though I do need to make sure that Patty gets this. Let's see if Patty's around. I really need to figure out this mouse acceleration thing. How do I have this? Get rid of, whoops, get rid of these. Throw that there for now. Okay, we should be good. I disabled mouse acceleration. Okay, full disclosure, I installed Malwarebytes. I install Malwarebytes probably like, I don't know, once a year. Get a, you know, a nice little scan, and there's always like the 14-day free trial. And it was running me through like disabling Windows features. And I was like, you know what? My mouse acceleration should be disabled.
Here, here's a tissue. Here, just take a tissue.
And so it was just something on Malwarebytes that I could just like check, and it sorted it out. And then that is disabled, yes.
Oh.
Howdy. Don't hit me with that. Sam, thank you so much for the tier 2 58 months. You can fit so much car guy into the streamer. Big fan. Oh wow, much fan. So much ADHD in car guy. No one can ADHD as well as this guy. Asking about the Ninja Thirsty bottle. Hashtag not an ad. Chat, if you guys don't know about the Ninja Thirsty bottle, not to be confused with the Ninja Thirsty system, by the way, which is like think like a soda stream thingy. It keeps carbonated beverages carbonated. How? Why? I don't know. It's not an ad, chat. They haven't paid me. You know what? They fucking should. They fucking should. Ninja should sponsor me. With the amount of fucking shit that I have from Ninja, It's crazy. Listen, if there's a kitchen appliance, they fucking make it. Howdy. What you doing?
I'm getting some slicks on the core.
Ooh, okay.
Hold on. No, I said that wrong. Hold on now.
Go on.
I'm getting some slicks on the core.
No, that ain't sound nothing like her.
The hell?
Uh-uh. Hello, new phone, who dis?
Bill Mays.
Hey, Bill. How you doing?
I'm okay. I have 15 minutes to ramble some drama to you if you got time.
I'd prefer it not over the phone.
Okay, I'm at the apartments.
I will come pick you up.
And then Thursday, Friday, I'll be able to go more in depth with you because I'll be available around this time for you.
Okay, perfect.
But
when you say
it's bad.
Oh gosh. Okay, all right,
It
I'm
is
coming.
so bad. Yeah, bye.
Oh, bye.
It's the tea.
No. Hop in.
All right. What level of juice do you want to start? Do you want to start off with bang?
Give me the
and then-
worst. Give me the worst.
Okay, judges have access to every PD high command report, and they're arbitrarily allowed to look at them whenever they want. And they're approaching officers saying, "Why didn't you include this report in a court case?"
Why would we?
Because it contains stuff relevant to the case.
Like what? Give me an example. Unless you don't have one offhand, because I know your time's limited.
Yeah. Ruby York, talk to her.
Okay.
She's doing a case with Michael Manx and Coop Torns.
Okay.
It was a allegation that a uninvolved group of people were shot during a mass shootout. It's on the docket. Cool, whatever. Ruby and Oxby take the statements. They go to the scene. They collect blood and shell casings.
Wait, hold on. Why do they have our high command reports?
Because as the marshals said that I reported it to, and I quote, Ruby was here for this because I want someone from command there when I reported it. And I quote, well, they're the ones who made the MDT accesses.
Kind of odd, because as far as I'm concerned, I see a config thing here, and I can look at everything, including judge and justice.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's what I tried to make a report last night.
Hold on, no. That's all. Well, hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, go on. Continue. I
So,
apologize.
needless to say, I entered the case, and you can see that Ava Devereaux was asking for evidence that was collected. At the time, I only had access to reports and incidences. So I re-included them saying, this is the evidence we have. Ava comes back and says, no, I want the shell casings and blood that was collected on scene.
Wait, is this is Ava a judge in this scenario or a lawyer? I'm sorry.
Judge.
Okay.
Or magistrate, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
She says, no, I want the blood and shell casings. Fast forward, I'm talking with Justice Gates. And Justice Gates starts going, I know why you're hiding the command report and not including it. I didn't even have access to command reports at the time, nor know anything about it. But in the command report was the blood and shell casings linking it to cops who had shot the suspects. And I
well, hold on. Wait.
Yeah.
While I may take issue with them having access to command or high command reports, why wouldn't that information be in a normal report?
So that's a Ruby issue.
Okay, so we resolved the issue of that being involved in the actual report, but like, unless there's specific reason, judges shouldn't, in my opinion, shouldn't be looking at the internals of, because ultimately, if it needs to be in front of a judge, it'll be on the docket.
Yeah, well, if I got randomly approached by a justice about it, how do I know that justice didn't talk to the judge on the case? And that's why the judge was pushing so hard to get the other report that I didn't even know about.
But I mean, judges do have... I mean, I'm looking... Well, actually, hold on. Judges cannot see command... No, justices can, is what it looks like. DOC, DOJ. So a normal judge, from my understanding, cannot. Let me make sure that another role. Let's see if magistrate is separate. Unless they just fall under judge. Who's a magistrate right now?
Ava Devereaux.
Okay, Ava is listed as just a judge. Judges cannot see it. However, justices can, is what it looks like to me.
Okay. Well, either way, I got threatened because I was hiding evidence I didn't even know about.
Well, that doesn't fall on you. That falls on whoever didn't provide the... Like, that's... To me, that's just sounding like a roads violation.
Yeah. But I'm still concerned that a justice would start blabbing about these hidden reports. And because, okay.
Well, hold on. High command or command report? Sorry.
It's a high command report. I can give you the number here.
Okay, because normal judges do not have access to command or high command reports. Justices do. I don't have an issue with justices having access to stuff like that. I think it makes it a little easier. But as long as it's being utilized in a manner that's like... I guess my concern here is not that this was discovered, because again, I don't have issue with them having access as long as it's relevant, but like, they realistically wouldn't have known. And that, I can't stress this enough, that's not to say that this shouldn't have happened. Like, it's obviously pointed out a flaw in our system, but like, I don't think justices should just be checking PD high command reports all willy-nilly.
Okay, well, it also gets worse.
Oh, hit me with it.
A judge ruled that we cannot refuse a FOIA based on it being a high command report.
Yes, the fuck we can.
It's on the docket now.
Okay.
So read the Manx case. It's Coop Torns and Manx versus LSPD. And go through the plaintiff's evidence when you have time, and you'll see where judges have ruled that It's not labeled as internal communication, so it's free to the public. So what I suggested to Maxwell and York
I'm
was to
sorry.
pass-
Whoa. It's who? Huh?
because that's what the legislation says, is that if it's an internal communication, we don't have to provide it, but because it's not labeled as such, we have to. So
Whoa, hold on.
TLDR
Whoa. Where is it
Yep.
not labeled as such?
on the report.
Oh, problem solved.
Yeah, so I suggested to Maxwell and York to speak to you guys at the top of every fucking report. Just put internal communication.
No. The category of command reports is being changed to command reports internal communication and the high command reports internal communication.
Perfect. There you go. I was just trying to find a quick fix all. So I don't know
Done.
who can do tags or not. You know what I mean? So there's that. What else was I going to talk to you about? There was something else. Oh, bank tracking. Did you want me to work on it?
Yes. Also, I
it'll be
heard
done by end of
that.
day.
Sorry, I know I'm sort of pivoting here. You spoke with Spectre. I got told this after you had.
He was very unwilling to cooperate and was continually.
I was told.
Why do I have to go to court?
I was told sort of the opposite, that he was going to be willing to go.
He says he's willing, but he was very reluctant. Speak to Maxwell personally because she knows him and spoke to him.
Well, that's what Maxwell had said.
Yeah.
I think, it was Maxwell that told me, and it didn't sound like he was uncooperative. Is your take on it that he was uncooperative?
I think he was there just because he wanted to be a cop. So I don't think he's actually physically vested. And he asked, well, why do I have to go to court? You have the information.
Well, that's not how that works. Okay,
Well,
listen, to me,
that's what he
that's
said
still
to me.
uncooperative. We move on. Wait,
So,
hold on. In order to prevent any more delays, the current motion to produce is denied is moot. Since the motion to produce is granted, unredacted version must be provided within 48 hours. Once it's received, the matter will be decided. Huh? I was ready to advise you that you were free to post additional material for the defense. Hold
the
on.
whole
Where
case is a mess. So timeline is case gets posted. Everyone
did we
posts
fuck up in this
availability.
case?
Yes.
Okay. Then, listen, we just need to be able to own up to the fucking mistakes and, yes, mitigate damages, sure, but, like,
Well, it looks bad because it looks like Ruby, by redacting the report, intentionally tried to hide evidence. But she was only producing what Ava had demanded be produced, which is the shell casings and blood.
why were we not providing shell casings and blood?
Because it was in a command report.
But it was relevant to a
wasn't put-
case?
It
Aside
was-
from that?
yeah, it was not put into a normal case originally. And then Ruby, I 1000% can see where she's coming from, didn't want to move the evidence from the command report into a new report because she wanted to keep the integrity and not that she was trying to hide other stuff, if that makes sense. So
Well, actually, hold on. The defense provided the sealed command report. However, the defense has listed its availability incorrectly. The sealed report is not for DOJ only, but only for the presiding judge in this matter, being myself. So, like, that command report is only being brought up to Devereaux, but nobody else. That's reasonable if they then have to determine if... what I'm saying here is I'm not seeing...
think of it this way. If I'm a defense attorney
Uh-huh.
and I give a judge only information the judge can see about my client's innocence,
Oh, that's a problem. 100%.
Okay, so how
But-
is this different? Because
Well, okay, because
as
I do
bad as
think it.
sounds,
I do think it.
plaintiff-
I think it's valid for the judge to make a determination on whether or not it's considered internal communication, because like utilizing sort of the opposing logic or like what you're saying is problematic in that I could make, on a technicality, I could make a report referencing a situation in its entirety, change the category to command report internal communication, and it be ineligible. You know what I mean? Like, that's problematic. So making it available to the judge for the judge to make the determination if it is internal communication, I don't mind that.
Yeah, no,
actually.
Okay, so that route is all right, but it's already been ruled in the previous cases that it's not internal. So
Where?
Devereaux has you have to go through the plaintiff's evidence and look at the previous docket postings on other cases regarding it. Off the top of my head, I can't do it. I will make a full presentation for you by tomorrow that will actually
Okay, yeah.
outline the
Do
chain
that,
of
because then
events.
I won't have, like, I want to be equipped to be able to have a discussion with the DOJ regarding the situation at hand.
Yeah. Either way, under Maxwell in New York, I made a statement about the judge approaching me, threatening me, or justice, sorry, about this report that no one knew about. Just because the optics is very, very bad currently.
Wait, what was the threat?
That I can get in a lot of trouble if I don't release the full report, and she knows why we're trying to hide it. Were her words.
Yeah, but when was that told to you versus when it was provided on the docket?
I did not have access to it when I was told that.
Okay. Then I think it's, dare I say, a moot point, considering you weren't even aware of its existence. Like,
Yes or
I
no?
think it's improper to... Well, no, if I'm going to tell someone I know why you're doing something, you better be damn sure that the person is doing it with malice and very intentionally, and not like you literally had no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Do you have access to command reports?
Yeah, because
okay.
York gave me the advisor role, which allows that.
Got
That
it.
being said, if I see something tagged as a command report that I don't need to access, I'm not fucking accessing it. I'm only accessing when you guys tell
When
me to
shit
look
comes
at this
up.
report. Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good example is the, I believe, Kowalski incident. King wanted me to look if there was any type of criminal charges that could be laid. I told him, find out from you guys first as a consensus that you want me to look into it. I'm not even opening the report or looking at it before.
Has the conclusion on our end been communicated to you on that front? Because if not, I can tell you.
That it was a suspension and
Yes.
you don't want any criminal looking into.
Yes. Well, at the end of the day, he's getting a 2-week suspension, which I think is sufficient. But it's like for the PD can only withstand that last straw. Should there be anything else, anything from Kukulski, he is being removed.
Yeah. Like, I don't even honestly think there is a criminal charge that would fit. Because the court case was over. It wasn't, I mean,
Hold
you
on,
could
how...
make the argument it was
I'm
stolen.
sorry, how was anyone made aware, unless it was by the justice, of that command report?
Exactly.
Okay, then if so, why, for what purpose, if Avero wants to see it and has been informed of what it is, I'm confused as to, like, the logistics, like, it sounds like Avero knew what was there, so why... I don't know, that's a little confusing.
How is she not conflicted?
Well, no, because again, I do think it's valid for a judge to make a determination on whether or not it should be internal communication. But I'm also not seeing where, I'm not seeing where Avro said it's not internal communication, and in fact, I'd argue in Avro's defense to some degree that like making it available to only her for the purpose of like, I'm assuming identifying if it is internal or not, even furthers the aspect of, I guess, there being like, what's the word I'm looking for? The way it was made out to be originally, where the whole like it doesn't say internal, therefore it's not. I'm not seeing that written anywhere. And again, I take no issue with the judge making a determination on whether or not it is. However, that does put them in an awkward situation, and I would probably argue that somebody else, for the purpose of not conflicting the judge with additional information, should probably make that determination. But also, you know, we live in a world where conflict is going to be, you know, a rampant issue, right? Like that is just the limitation of us having a relatively small Department of Justice. I'm not holding that against a judge. In fact, I think we should probably argue for there to be a better process for this moving forward to avoid situations like this.
Yeah, if you look at the plaintiff's evidence, it's labeled as Judge Weiss ruling evidence to be released is where the issues all started.
Court order by judge. Okay.
But
wait,
sorry,
was that the Spectre case? Oh no, that's different.
No,
Sorry.
This is still the Manx case.
Reviewed arguments for both parties. Long report 30016, which contains detailed statements from the appellants, medical documentation of their injuries, and supporting evidence linking them to August 4th, 2025 shooting described in incident 17782. Establishes that they were directly involved in the incident as injured parties, and that the requested report contains information relevant to their well-being, legal representation, potential pursuit of civil remedies. Respondents denial cites that appellants were not reported on scene, that the report is not being used against them in criminal proceedings, and that disclosure could jeopardize the well-being of others. None of these reasons fall within the exemptions listed in Article 2C of FOIA Act, or FOIA. Statute does not permit withholding based solely on a lack of criminal charges or the general involvement of unrelated parties. No applicable exemption has been established here. Court further finds no compelling evidence or specific articulation of any credible threats to the safety or well-being of those identified in the report that would justify withholding their identities. The appeal is therefore granted. 30016 is the command report. Is that correct?
No, that's the civilian complaint.
Civilian? Okay.
That has the command report linked in it. 29641. Which is where the projectile vehicle fragments and blood were found.
Uh, 2C, internal government communications, warrant/subpoena, trade secrets, confidential business, active investigation, incident reports containing an active warrant. The charges, time, and fine are not exempt.
So this was also an active investigation, A, on the officers involved, and B, on the two involved to see if they were suspects in the shooting, because their car matches the statements given by officers.
I don't know if I can agree with us simultaneously saying it's a command report, internal communication, while also saying it's an active investigation. I think those two can listen. I can